What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to KangBrosTV. Liverpool 0, Burnley FC 1. Liverpool ain't copped to L or whatever for 4 years, and Burnley came through and beat Liverpool. So for any man like me who thought there was any hope that Liverpool could turn this round and we could go on and still get the title, listen, you better cut that shit out. It's finished, yeah? It's done out here, because that's, for me, like, there's 4 games where you haven't even scored a single goal, right? But now, for going on to actually losing the game against Burnley at home, I'm sorry, you just gotta, get real with what's happening in the situation. I was kind of blinded. I think a lot of Liverpool fans need to now, some of them actually humble themselves. I don't think we were those type of fans, but other fans out there were getting a bit high on their horse. Settle down, because what's happening right now is not a small blip. It's a big ass problem at Liverpool. I'm sorry, they're in big doo-doo, bruv. They're in big doo-doo.
So I want to get straight into my take on it, yeah? So watching that game today. Now, what is it that you're struggling to fathom if you're a football player on that football pitch today, yeah? So what is it that you can't get your bonce around? Now, you take too many touches, they've got their shape. So if you take too many touches or you slow things down, then you're not going to be able to break this team down. Now, listen, I've said to you before as well, we've played in games, everyone would have done it, everyone who plays football would have known it. You come up against opposition where they sit back and you've got to go and break them down, yeah? You get into two minds because you think, I'll tell you what, I can play that ball into the centre forward, and then that split second, you don't, because you can't, because they've got a lot of players in there, but you think I can do it. Then all of a sudden you take another touch. Then all of a sudden that 2 touches become 3 and 4. But you've got to clear your mind and say, right, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to move the ball in 2 touches. Even if it means I pop it and get it back, we're going to go out the other way. You've got to do things with intensity and purpose. There's no purpose in what they're doing. There's no purpose in what you're trying to do. You need to score. You haven't scored a goal in fucking months. In months, you haven't scored a goal. So what I'm saying is okay, if you're Burnley, the one thing you want is get the ball out wide, cross it, sweet. Who are you crossing to? Who are you crossing to? Right? Mane is the only threat that they've got aerially. Now Mane against Ben Mee, yeah, or Tarkowski or whatever these mans are, yeah, on Pope, they want you to cross the ball. So they're going to say nice. They're going to say very, very narrow. So what you got to do is you got to pop the ball. You got to get it back. Listen, I know it's easy sitting here and saying, and I get that, but listen, I'm just telling you from what I saw in that game, and I know fans who watch the game, same game as we did. You're saying the same thing. Why is it so slow? Why is it so slow? Trying to find the killer pass. You just got to move the fucking ball. 2 touches, tempo, intensity.
That's what I don't get. Like, so Klopp talks at the end of the game about what we need to improve. Oh, the chances, the attempts are there. It's decision making. It's not the decision making. It's actually not the decision making. It's just like you said there. It's the fundamentals of moving the ball. Now, you always told from even as a kid, 2 touches. The only Breds that are following that creed, yeah, is Thiago and Shaq. And this is why you can say what you want about Shaq and why he's won all these trophies, but you can tell this guy is a baller and a player, and he understands it. If the ball gets to Gini, if the ball gets to Trent, if the ball gets to Minamino, if the ball gets to Origi, all these Donnies there, they hold on the ball for far too long. Even Sadio Mane just playing with the ball.
I think it was the 75th minute, around that time, yeah, was the first time I've seen Mane running at the goal behind the defence. I've not seen that for weeks. Liverpool's success has been built on that. Okay, so that's one point. I'm going to make a point. I'm going to point this out as well, because I do think it's becoming a common theme. But hold on, before you go on to that point, because we're on this point alone, yeah. What I want to know, you tell me, and people who are trainers or coaches, you know the problem right now, right? So the last 3 weeks we ain't scored a single goal and we can't break teams down. That's the problem. There's no denying that, yeah. So you tell me, what are they doing on a week-to-week basis? You've had 9 days or 7 days to prepare for Man United, whatever. To say, okay, we're going to break this team down, this is what we're going to pray, this is what we're going to do. Bro, just get everyone, yeah? Bring your cha-cha, bring your uncle, bring your dad, everyone in the ground. So we want 100 mans, and we need to break this like, team or player down. What are they doing in training? I don't get it. Because you should be just saying, okay, we got attack against defence here. You're going to have all 8 men in defence. Are they doing that though? There must be, surely. Well, for me,
it's the same shit.
Well, for me, what it looks like is they're compensating for not having centre backs. Yeah, they're compensating big time, because that press is gone. It's gone. Right? They did it twice today. Trent went and pressed them. Robertson went and pressed them. They won the fucking ball back. Right? They won the ball back. They don't trust their defence, so they're dropping off and doing a 3-quarter press. Do a three-quarter press. Fine. What? You want to try and entice them to play out. You think that they're interested in playing out. They're not interested in playing out, right? But if you make it so that they've got one, okay, they're going to go long, target man, okay, fine, we'll win that, it's going to keep going back. So then all of a sudden, when they do have the ball and they do go short, you've got to go and fucking fly out. Forget the three-quarter press. Go nice and high. If he's going to flick the ball, you know that your centre-backs are quick, playing into our hands. Even if they get the flick, they're not gassing the centre-backs.
No way.
So in that case, get up the pitch and say, right, okay, make him clip and let him flick. And then we've got a sweeper keeper, and then boom, we're straight back on them. We're sitting off three-quarter prep, we're sitting on a three-quarter. So then we're sitting deeper. All of a sudden, that goal kick, all of a sudden, is in a fucking dangerous area. The second balls are theirs. We pressed them twice today when they had the ball. Full throttle, won the ball back and had chances. That's one point I want to make. The other point I want to make is that and which is really frustrating me, is Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? He is having one at the moment. There's no two ways about it. He's having one. That's fine.
And I guarantee you there's going to be Liverpool supporters watching this and say, look at these guys suddenly going for Trent. Just ignore what the fuck's actually happening.
It's nothing to do with going after people. You can only say what you see, yeah? Now, he is having one, but that's fine.
It happens.
Listen to me. He's young. He has not gone through this. His career has been an absolute flip side to other players. He's been brilliant. There's no denying that. We've always said, defensively, he hasn't been great. We can deal with that if he's getting the assists. He's not getting the assists at the moment. His crosses, there's a statistic, I think it was 39 crosses. I could be wrong, 32 or 39. Not one of them was completed. Now, you can argue that is to do with the fucking runs that have been made. That's one argument you can make. But the other argument you can make is that you're blindly just crossing because you're low on confidence and you're thinking, I'm just going to keep putting the ball into, I'm just going to keep putting it in the mixer. Now, if somebody is having one, right, we let Klein go, right? Now, I understand Klein, he wants to play. But Milner's there, right? Solid. Someone who's solid and who knows he's very, very methodical in what he does. Now, if the guy is having one, just pull him out. Just pull him out and say, okay, you know what? It's not working for you at the moment.
But the thing is, the only reason he probably didn't pull him out is because that was the only bit of creativity or attack that we were getting. That was the only success.
Crosses into the box.
No, as in like that was the only side that was happening. From the right hand side, was Trent was coming in. I think he just hoped that maybe a second ball was going to land to Liverpool and it would happen. And if it did, like with Bobby, he had a little flick on and whatnot. So that's what he was hoping for. That was the only shot. That was the only aim that we were getting.
That chance that was created, that shot, that was going to hit the corner flag.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I think he was the only reason he didn't take off, because that was the only thing that was happening. So for me, it was like, where was... And this is the problem with Klopp, even when we play Man United, right? So what I worry about is what is the other plans. I think one of the people that follow, Gurdeep, he mentioned it. He was like, where you've had all this time to prepare, where is plan B? Where is plan C? So you can't first of all say there's a massive pile up of games. I get that, but this time you ain't. So where is plan B? Where's plan C? So even if this isn't working, so what was the next plan? So what, just throw Minamino on? And just like you said to me, he looked at me and goes, yeah.
That'll fix it.
That will fucking fix it.
That'll show him.
Do you know what I mean? To put Minamino on. I know it's no offence to Minamino, but what is the plan B and C? And that's what the struggle is. And like you talked about in defence, this was a game where you could think that, you just said there, no one's going to outpace you. Like against Man United, you can't put on certain centre-backs to cover there because of speed. I get that. In this game, I'm not saying this is the right answer. I'm just saying possibilities of thinking out of the box. Maybe let's try and say, okay, let's put Fabinho out off centre-back. Okay, it hasn't worked. Let's push him out of there. I don't know who you can put in there. Milner, Phillips, what are you going to put in there?
Nat Phillips. Yeah, if there's ever a time to play Nat Phillips,
this is what I'm saying.
This is it.
This is what I'm saying. So just say, okay, let's push Fabinho in there and let's make a difference. Get some height in there for crosses or something. That's the thing that worries me a little bit, is that, and I don't know what happened at Dortmund. I'm not saying that, I know he lost players in that, but is it a possibility that this is a similar trait that happened at Dortmund? I don't know the story.
The players look spent. They do look spent, and I get that. And listen, it's easy to say it's like battering people, but that's not the point. But what I'm saying is, you can only comment on what you're seeing at the moment, right? Now, we've enjoyed 3 years of absolute, it's been brilliant. It has been brilliant. But we've said this the whole time through. We've said, just take check of where we at, because look where we come from. So enjoy every moment, because those dark times will come back. It's a cycle, right? We're going through a really rocky phase at the moment, yeah? Now, even talking about it annoys me. We're going through a rocky phase at the moment, and I'm looking at the way the setup of the team, the way that it bothers me so much. You've got centre backs in that squad, right? And I'm jumping off topic now, but you've got centre backs in that squad that you're thinking, this is the time to play them. Get Fabinho in there to offer you something slightly different, right? Slightly different. Nothing, right? Tempo. These players are spent. You're asking Robertson to keep flying forward. You're asking Mane to keep flying forward. Mane played today, right? Played 90 minutes. Salah was on the bench. when he came on the pitch today, Salah and Firmino, they looked like they were knackered. They looked like they've been playing for 90 minutes. I understand it takes time to get into a game, but these lot are obviously spent. The point that it ends up I want to make is that Jota is the one that they're coming back to. I feel sorry for this guy because everyone thinks he's going to be the answer to everything. Everyone thinks he's the answer. They bought him, and everyone said, "Well, it's quite a lot of money for someone who's going to sit on the bench." Let's be real, right? The players are spent. That squad, it needs freshening up. It needs freshening up. Now, again, I know Liverpool don't have an open checkbook like some teams do, but Liverpool got money. So I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh my God, poor Liverpool, poor Liverpool." They've got money. They've got to do something. Right? Even in this window, even if it's a player that you don't necessarily see long term, Diego Costa, 6 months. Pay the money because you need to freshen it up. There needs to be something changed. Firmino looks like he is shot to pieces, right? Salah looks shot to bits, right? Confidence is gone. Wijnaldum taking loads of touches on the edge of the box. Everyone just seems to be out of sync and out of kilter. They need a ball to go in off someone's backside. Yeah, I get all that. It's fine. I understand it. But you've got to earn your luck. You've got to earn your luck. You've got to do something different to say, right, you know what? Okay, let's try this. Fabinho's back. Matip was back today, so you've got a centre-back, out-and-out centre-back. Fabinho does not need to be a centre-back today. If there's ever a game he did not need to be there, it was today. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying Klopp out. Don't ever. You're never going to hear me say that, right? Because he's earned whatever. He chooses to go whenever he wants or whatever. But I am starting to look at it and think, right, okay, this heavy metal football, it's not heavy metal no more. It's classic rock. No, it's classic soul. It's jazz.
It's jazz. Fuzzy jazz. No, the thing is, it's like you said, like the players are spent, and I agree. I think it needs freshening up, just something in there. And a lot of teams who've been there, who've been successful, have always said it. And I've said Sky Sports mention as well. Every sort of 3 seasons, you need freshening up. And at the moment, like you said, you've got the same players doing the same thing, and we got it. It worked really well. And the thing that worries me is almost like I hope it's not. It's like an Arsene Wenger mentality. It is that if we play at our full capacity,
no one can handle us.
And I think that's shooting yourself in the foot because it's worked, but now the players are spent, and now you need to be clever with what you do.
When Liverpool played under Brendan, now don't get me wrong, I know he didn't win it, but there's that when Coutinho was there and all that sort of stuff. Every game, right, you knew that they were going to set up in a way that the other team to counteract what they're good at, right? That's humility. That's to say, listen, I know that I respect these lot, but we're good. We've got these players that can hurt you, but I'm going to play him in a slightly different position or slightly deeper or whatever. That's preparation. You had 10 days or whatever it was, 9 days against Man United. Not one thing changed. Not one thing changed. Not one thing changed. And you couldn't score a goal against Newcastle. You couldn't score a goal against. You couldn't beat West Brom at home, right? You got tucked today. Let's be honest. Fulham, yeah, Brighton, all these games that it's something needs to give, and the manager. I think maybe it's a case of listen, stop being so arrogant, right, and just accept where you is at the moment.
And then but then also, you know, we talk about this. He threw on Origi today. Yeah. Now that is unexpected. Yeah.
And Ox, which for me was even more unexpected.
Right, and he had Shaq in there. So let's not say that he hasn't changed anything because he did that. And for me, when it started, I was like, what's Origi doing on here? But I was thinking, all right, he's actually, you know what? He just went flip the script. I'm gonna do something different. Okay. And then the GOAT gets his chance. He gets his chance. What are you telling me? Where's the Origi man? What are you telling me?
Souness said it. Anybody but him. Souness on Sky Sports across the whole nation said anybody but him.
If your striker is missing that, yeah, there's, you know,
it's not even that. Listen, it's not even that. If Souness is saying that on telly across everything about your striker, about his team, anybody but him. Anybody, by the way. He said anybody but him.
And then, just quickly, the penalty. For me, I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, first of all, Liverpool weren't good enough to win that game. I'm going to be very clear because all this possession stats, they don't mean shit. This is a perfect example. All this possession, attempts, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it's not a penalty for me. I don't want to take away anything from Burnley. They defended really well. I even said to him, it's like, even though I hate what they do, the way they do it, they know what they're doing. The structure, they don't get drawn out. The blocks they do, last minute, full praise. That's what they came to do. Whatever. Yeah. But that wasn't a penalty. Let's be honest. Yeah. For me, he's booted the ball. Yeah. He's not getting it. He's waiting for the touch and he's pulled out and then he's kicked matey and then gone down. So for me, I agree. I don't think we would have got that. And the other thing I want to say is I watched Villa yesterday. Yeah. Who I thought were hard done by yesterday, but they got a penalty given against them.
right? And today Liverpool did something. It hit Matey's hand. We've had them given against us, but that's not a penalty. This is what I'm saying. Again, it's not an excuse.
I don't think we saw a replay of it.
Yeah, they just keep it moving, quick, keep it moving.
Legit didn't see a
Yeah,
replay.
all I'm saying is, from my perspective, is that the level of the officiating and the consistency is just it baffles me. It baffles me. Liverpool had 20 or 30 chances and they should have taken those. That's not the reason Liverpool lost that game. All I'm saying is that's a massive factor. Their penalty for me is not a penalty. There's been players that did that before. They kicked their leg out and Vardy got done for it. Vardy gets done for it and he gets rinsed for it every week. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you people think we're just chatting it while being sore, just watch it and you'll see the replay. I think it's quite clear to see if you watch it properly. But anyway, as I said, that's not the reason why Liverpool are not getting the result, because at the moment Liverpool is dead out here.
We got beat by Burnley at home.
That's when you know.
And that's it. That's all there needs to be said.
That's when just need to settle down. Yeah, just settle down and assess where you at. That's what I'm saying.
We got Man United on the weekend, yeah, in the FA Cup, which he's going to have to make changes because he just naturally has to, yeah. We could be at Old Trafford. We could be catching licks. And I know people will be like, nah, you're overreacting. I'm not. We've been seeing these performances, even games that we were winning. I've said it from a while ago. I've said this for a long time. The performances are off. Jota bailed us out loads. And that wasn't what... No one expected that. No one expected it.
And just... Man of the match, you want to give anyone?
No, Nick Pope. Fair play to him. Made some good saves, some big saves at the right time. And Liverpool players. No one deserves it. Nobody deserves it.
For me, I'm actually going to give it for the Liverpool players. I think for me it was Shaq. I don't think he did anything wrong in this game. If you watch him carefully, he popped it throughout the whole game. He was calling it every single time. He was watch this. Shaq 1-2 boom, 1-2 boom every time. So for me, Liverpool's best player was Shaq. And farther best, I mean, even Thiago. Like, everyone talks about his brilliance. Some of the stuff that he was doing today, like mispressing passes, and even for the goal, the ball goes up for a header. We could have cleared it 3 times. Yeah, my man Thiago is just watching it.
Mane's chesting it back to Fabinho. Come on now. It's a decision that, like I said, people talk about decision making. Decision making doesn't necessarily mean in the final third. It's just all over the pitch. Robertson as well, taking so many touches, slowing the ball down. Like I said, I'm vexed. I'm very disappointed. I'm annoyed. There goes that long-standing record. Whatever. That's not in. That's by the by. Yeah, that's a great stat to have. But at the moment, these problems are there. Listen, if anyone thinks I'm overreacting, please tell me. Please let me hear it and make me feel better. Please tell me something that I'm missing. Because at the moment, I'm not. I can't see it.
The only thing I can say in terms of making you feel better is that, you know, before back in the days where Liverpool was shit, yeah, we didn't have very good players all the time. At the moment, we do have a set of good players. So if the formula can revive, they can even get a loanee centre back just to get
with anybody.
I know this, but all I'm saying is that the players like Henderson, Fabinho, if we can actually get them back into actually where they should be playing, and Jota could come back in, and we could get. I'm not linked with the defender, but this is what I'm saying.
Not linked with anybody.
All I'm saying is that's the only consolation. All I can say is that we've got the players still here to actually change something. Before, back in the day, we didn't have the players. So that's my only consolation, but something needs to change ASAP. Rocky, bro.
Please, someone say something to cheer me up, because at the moment my phone's getting popped off. And do you know what? It's a lot of Arsenal fans, you know that?
Same. Oh, bare Arsenal fans to be
after me. But cool. Don't worry.
Scheme.
I see you.
I see you. A lot of moving. Okay.
I see you.
All right, but we'll see you in the next game, which will be the FA Cup, Man United. So hit the comments, hit the subscribe button, and definitely like, and we'll chat to you soon.